My name is Kyle Mask here at AlaCOMP. Welcome back to our case study series on a ladder claim. In this portion of the series, we're going to go over a cause and effect and some preventative measures that could have been taken and kind of what happened during this claim to see why this accident occurred. So during setting up on any ladder, the first thing you should do is the ladder should hang 3 feet over any edge. And during our example, the ladder was actually leaning on a windowsill, which was already off to a bad start. Number 2, the ladder should be tied off. Again, in our case, the ladder was not tied off. You should always use a 3-point of contact. In this example, the injured employee actually did use 3 points of contact. So they were doing some things safe, but a lot of things that really mattered, they weren't doing that safe. The ladder should always be inspected for broken rungs. This was a non-defective ladder, so the ladder was actually good. Should always use a 4-1 rule, which is for every 4 feet up, the ladder should be 1 foot out. In this case, the driveway was so steep that it was not possible to even have a 4-foot rule because it was running straight down. The ladder should be secured on the bottom. Again, the slope of the driveway, you were not able to secure this ladder at all. You should never carry any tools up the ladder. So in our example, they were not carrying any tools up the ladder. And then lastly, you should always have a spotter down at the bottom. You can kind of see a spotter here, but in our example, there was no spotter. So all of these things kind of take a cause and effect. All these things that weren't done is the reason why the ladder ended up falling, which caused the injury. So what could have been done, some preventative measures that most likely probably should have been taken. First off, a job safety analysis should have been performed. During your JSA, you would have seen that the slope of the driveway was already too steep to even begin to set up with. You would have saw that a spotter was most likely required if you were still going to try this job. And number 3, you probably would have determined that you should probably use a lift or some other machinery for this job because it was just too unsafe to be using a ladder for. Secondly, some effective ladder training probably would have helped you avoid this job as well, because you would have seen that your 4-foot-1 rule was not able to take place. You always should have a 75-degree angle for your ladder, and that, again, the driveway, this was not able to take place. And then your 3 points of contact, which again they were doing. So with just a few simple steps, there's a lot more that could be done. With just a few simple steps, you can kind of see how this whole accident probably could have been avoided in the first place. Thank you for watching the cause and effect portion of this series. Stay tuned for the next installment of our series, which will discuss the financial implications of this claim. And as always, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.